Welcome to Year of the Metal Rat Pisces. Year of the Yang Metal Rat begins on January 25th of 2020, lasting through until February 11th of 2021. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, a biblical astrologer, a Christian psychic, and a Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary Angelic transmission. Now, rats are very, very useful creatures indeed. Scientists, often do experiments on rats. And sometimes the scientists' lab assistants have told me that as they're doing their treatment modalities on these laboratory rats, the lab assistants have wondered, they wonder, are the laboratory rats actually experimenting and doing experiments on their human master's degree and doctorate degree students that care for them? I mean, in reality, who's serving whom? Who's really experimenting on who? Some people think that rats are not important, not significant, and that they don't count. But nothing could be further from the truth. Rat came in first place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race to place 12 Chinese Zodiac animals on the Chinese Zodiac wheel. Rat came in first place. Now, more on that later on in this video, but for now, we're going to take a look at specifics for you, Pisces, during Year of the Yang Metal Rat. Now, we're going to first go over the astrology lucky charms for Pisces the fish during Year of the Yang Metal Rat. And they are going to be your lucky numbers, your auspicious colors, and fortunate gemstone. Okay, now for Pisces, the lucky charms for the gemstone, your gemstone for Pisces the fish, is aquamarine. Aquamarine, that beautiful stone. The colors are blue, crimson, and eggshell white for Pisces the fish. That's your fortunate colors. Your fortunate auspicious numbers for Pisces are 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4 for Pisces the fish. Now, Pisces the fish is akin or similar to the natural 12th house in the Western zodiac wheel of spirituality. So it's a spiritual, intuitive, psychic being. It's interesting to note that rat, the Chinese animal of rat on the Chinese zodiac, because of the seasonal association, is associated with the Western zodiac sign of Sagittarius the Archer, which is found in the natural 9th house. Well, it's akin, it's similar to the natural 9th house, and of like path meaning. So that's rat, Sagittarius. Now we're going to get into more about you specifically in the Jade Emperor's race in a little bit here, Pisces. But want to just talk to you first about your number combination specifics, because although generally speaking the numbers 4, 5, and 9 are not recommended during a rat year throughout Yang Metal Rat year, through that specifically Yang Metal Rat year that happens every 60 years. Well, rat year happens every 12 years. Yang Metal Rat year happens every 60 years. And although generally for rat 4, 5, and 9 are not recommended, during Yang Metal Rat, 5 and 9 are more promising than during other elemental rat years. Also, the color combination specifics, generally colors that are not recommended during Year of the Rat are brown and yellow. Now, nevertheless, for the duration of a Yang Metal Rat year, yellow is more propitious than during other elemental rat years. Now, we're going to get into something very important, and that's the compatibility for Year of the Yang Metal Rat. Now, rat loves other rat personalities. Rat loves dragon, and rat loves monkey. Rat really likes snake. Rat really likes rooster, ox, pig, and rabbit. Rat likes goat, dog, and rat likes tiger. Rat dislikes horse. So those are very, very important compatibility factors that you need to take a look at during Yang Metal Rat year. Now, Pisces personality during a Yang Metal Rat year brings out qualities of being sprightly, pliable, and impulsive. And this will add much viability to Pisces' already intuitive, spiritual, feeling, commiserate, and compassionate nature. And this will enable Pisces to attain high ambitions intended for herself or himself. You'll be able to attain and achieve during Yang Middle Rat year. It's also a time to put the concentration on self, upon one's own aims and one's own goals. The fish's interest in secret meetings, concealed or cryptic communication, and benevolent spirituality, which aims towards empathetic sharing of ideals, will profit greatly from Yang Metal Rat elements in Yang Metal Rat year. Now, Pisces will also benefit from Rat's extra agility and extra dynamism, which grants Pisces an ability to return to being the social creature she or he, in fact, truly is. The fish's mysterious nature also finds an advantage in Rat's seasonal facet of winter to keep Pisces contented, chilled, and serene. Year of the Middle Rat's power, vivacity, authority, and revolutionary manner makes Pisces' kind-hearted impulses effortless to realize and put into action because of Rat's water element component. Yang Metal Rat year will give Pisces the impetus required to push beyond encumbrances and accomplish long-term schemes and goals. Your plans that have been plotted for a long time will be able to be brought into fruition. Now for Pisces' place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race. Western astrology, sign of Pisces corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal of rabbit. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Rabbit came in 4th place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Dragon, that associates with Aries, in Aries the ram in Western astrology. So dragon associates with Aries the ram in Western astrology, came in 5th place after rabbit, which is associated with you Pisces, which corresponds to Pisces again in the Western zodiac placement. So Pisces is like rabbit. Okay. Now rabbit did his very best to win and made a good showing by taking 4th place in front of dragon. Rabbit had fallen in the river and held onto a log that miraculously floated towards the shore where the finish line was. What Rabbit didn't know at that point while holding on to a log in the river was that Dragon paused in his quest for first place to help Rabbit by using a puff of air from his lungs to push Rabbit out of his circumstance where he was stuck in the river needing Dragon's help to get to the water's edge and hang on to the water's edge. Now the story makes a good point that the Jade Emperor was very proud of the dragon's consideration of others, whom he put before his own ardent desire to come in first place. The Jade Emperor was happy at Rabbit's contentment and his happiness in taking 4th place, smiling widely as Rabbit hopped by him on his way to rest after making a race well run. Rabbit, really, they wondered, did Rabbit ever find out that he played so well due to Dragon's help? Dragon and the Jade Emperor were pleased to allow Rabbit to relish in his own accomplishment and by no means wanted to embarrass Rabbit. After all, team effort is more important than winning. And that's going to be very important during year of the Yang Metal Rat, because during Yang Metal Rat, although you'll be able to place high and maybe even come in first place, you're going to have to focus on yourself in order to do that in Yang Metal Rat year. Now, it wasn't important in Pig year, but in Yang Metal Rat year, placing higher in the race becomes more important. But you also have the ability to do that in a Yang Metal Rat year. So Pisces, mutable water, Yang qualities of year, the Yang Metal Rat will warm up and accelerate, lighten and dry out the fish's water responsive attributes, giving Pisces an occasion for really increased enriching opportunities to enjoy parties and outings with spouses, love interests, friends and family. Pisces will participate in more gatherings and assist in keeping festivities amusing, entertaining, and confidential during Yang metal rat year, primarily when general cold rat qualities of winter are taken into account. Yang metal rat year is also cooled, enamored, and it's also going to be very comforted by the element of water, which is the main element associated with rat in Chinese astrology. Metal shares masculine qualities with yang of being very sturdy, although metal is also persistent, which is more of a yin quality. Yang metal is a heating of metal, which brings out qualities of being shaped and molded and fashioned. Now, enchantment is enhanced from freezing winter and colder water traits, thereby tranquilizing feelings prompted by the rapacity and envy of others. Yang metal rat year will be enthralling, essential, and persuasive, requiring the Pisces keep opposing forces of ambition on one side and practicality in balance on the other side. So this will cheer the fish's mutable nature while adding relaxing ambience towards beginning new life cycles. Yang metal rat year provokes much esteem, cupidity, and also jealousy, resolve, and hunger for total freedom, and a potent urge for determination in meeting personal goals. Pisces would center upon self throughout Yang metal rat year if personal schemes are to be realized, and if the fish's aspirations are to be met and brought into gratifying fulfillment. It's all about self-actualization during Yang metal rat year. Engaging, exciting, urgent, clever, lively, and resourceful metal rat makes objectives in life practically sensible and vitally manifest, and palpable. It will have a pulse, with enough treasure affording Pisces the capability and the capacity to indulge in extravagant excursions that the fish love so much all throughout Yang metal rat year. Now, Pisces, the fish year of the Yang metal rat lesson. What is your lesson this year? Avoid getting involved, Pisces, in circumstances where the fish's hard-earned money and properties could be used to advance someone else's ventures or fill someone else's purse with great riches and treasure. Yang metal rat year's best motto is the cliche, every man for himself, no matter your age, your gender, or your creed. It's time to center upon Pisces' own dreams and long-held desires that the fish might have ignored thus far in favor of satisfying the plans and goals of others. Ambition and self-care should be seen as good things at this point in time. This is true now more than ever, since rat year is the beginning of a new cycle every 12 years, and Yang metal rat year, which gives Pisces the goading necessary to proceed and drive personal needs and wants forward, occurs only once every 60 years. It is now or never. That's another popular saying that applies at this juncture. Pisces, the fish year of the Yang metal rat blessing is next. Year of the Yang metal rat blessing for Pisces. Expect more abundant opportunities and worthwhile prospects to be offered to Pisces this year. During a period of forceful moves ahead, the fish's ability to be enthusiastic about her or his own values and inventive personality will be of great merit. Pisces' natural mutable sign nature contributes much benefit to doing business or having a relationship with the fish. And this is really at a time when Yang metal elements are already pushing objectives forward. Now, Pisces' occupation, individual dealings, and health will all be really fortified and strengthened in year of the Yang metal rat if income is aimed at providing for the fish's own requirements rather than investing and giving to other people's endeavors. Now, Pisces will most likely be inundated with all kinds of opportunities coming from influential people, organizations, or factions that need the fish's spiritual leanings and concern to give impetus to traditional institutions that have become dull with conventionality and conformity. Pisces will also become broadly acknowledged and essential to those individuals who need to employ smart and witty employees or managers for their business enterprises and schemes. Pisces will make people who feel jumpy due to the potent forces released by Yang metal rat year to become adaptable and quick-witted so that they may pursue their valiant ideas with self-assurance and confidence. The fish will be able to make a money-making business out of his or her ability to help others feel unscathed by sob stories that other people might attempt to place upon their shoulders. Pisces is a psychic and instinctive animal, and being perceptive about a wide variety of circumstances is a good thing in year of the Yang metal rat. All right, now Pisces, what we're going to do next is we're going to get into the year of the Yang metal rat elements. We're going to really see how the elements all interact with each other and affect each other. And we're going to see how Yang specifically is going to be effective this year, also metal, and as well as the animal, Chinese animal of rat. So we're going to do that for you now. Now we're going to look at the year of the rat and how it corresponds with the sign of Sagittarius the Archer in Western astrology. So we have a little diagram here with the wheel of the Zodiac, and it is here. Sagittarius the Archer is in the 9th position. It's in the natural 9th house, with Aries being number 1, the natural 9th house of the Zodiac of life path meaning, Sagittarius the Archer. Now that corresponds again with rat in Chinese astrology. So again, Western astrology, sign of Sagittarius, corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal of rat. Okay, now legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Rat came in first place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Rat made a deal to catch, to kind of catch a ride with cat on ox. So, Rat had the idea, and he convinced cat to sort of hitchhike a ride on top of the ox, because they were the best of friends, the cat and the rat, and thought that ox would be able to sort of cross the river faster and more assuredly than anyone else, thereby getting them excellent placements on the astrological wheel. Now, rat made a move that caused cat to be thrown off ox, allowing rat to get ahead of everyone and finish in first place. Rat finished in first place. Now, according to legend, this is why nowadays rat and cat do not get along, even though they used to be very close friends. The cat is mad at rat, and rat knows why, and also recognizes that cat's anger is right, which is why we see cat always chasing rat to get retribution, and rat running away from cat. Okay, now regarding the metal rat attributes, for year of the Yang, metal rat has general rat qualities and is known to be essential, animated, vigilant, and also clever, although fragile, amusing, watchful, and lithe. Now, metal qualities will add much strength and steely nerve, willpower, focus, self-assurance, and determination to rat's more lively, humorous, quick, and dynamic personality attributes. Now, regarding the metal rat advice for year of the Yang metal rat, Yang metal rat is a year to focus, really focus in, center in on the parts of life that bring out one's enthusiasm, obsessions, self-concerns in life. This is not a time for philanthropic ideas or ventures unless such activities are beneficial where self-interests are concerned. A desire for freedom will prevail during Yang metal rat year, which should not be denied, lest breakups or abandonment become the only way to attain such personal emancipation. Metal rat year is an excellent time frame in which to find solutions for any troubles that might have resulted from keeping a slower pace during the previous year of the Yin Earth Pig. Now, indeed, this is the period to sort of play catch up, because Yang metal rat affords one intelligent and covetousness and control to do so. Now, regarding metal rat influence, Yang metal rat begins a new cycle in Chinese astrology, and this is very important since any rat year starts another cycle of 12 Chinese animal zodiac signs. New cycles in astrology cause new plans to be developed, fresh ideas to be considered or proposed, and innovative projects to be started. Trying out new things or initiating new situations must involve some chance, and therefore one must be mindful in order to make sure that such risks have a high probability of succeeding. Year of the Rat repeats every 12 years in Chinese astrology, while Year of the Yang Metal Rat repeats every 60 years, occurring in 2020, 2080, 2140, 2200, 2260, and 2320. Traditional Chinese zodiac places Rat, which associates again with Sagittarius, Sagittarius the Archer, in Western astrology system at the beginning, November 22nd to December 21st, and Pig, which associates with the sign of Scorpio, which is right before Sagittarius, at the ending, okay, of the zodiac, from October 23rd to November 22nd of the astrological wheel. So the beginning of the Chinese zodiac is Rat, that associates with Sagittarius, and the ending of the Chinese zodiac is Pig, which associates with Scorpio. Okay, so that's where their delineation occurs. That's a difference where our delineation occurs at Aries and Pisces. Okay, all right. So now, with that said, it is also, though, intriguing to notice that the Chinese zodiac splits its beginning and ending again between Rat, Sagittarius, and Pig, Scorpio, which is right where the mysterious zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is found. Okay, Ophiuchus is often called the 13th zodiac sign. It is equally fascinating to become aware that the Celtic pagans consider the festival of Samhain on the 31st of October is actually being their new year. Okay, so that's one sort of coincidence. Also, being a lunar calendar. That's why it's a lunar calendar. So you see these similarities when you have lunar calendars. With that said, when corresponding with Western astrology, one would associate the head of Western zodiac sign, which is Aries again. Now Aries is associated with dragon, and Pisces is associated with the tail of Western astrology, and Pisces is associated with rabbit. Pisces is associated with rabbit. Okay, and that's very important to understand how these all sort of, where the slight differences and where they also have similarities. It's also fascinating to comprehend that there are many cultures, more than one New Year's celebratory festivals in a year. And in the Hebrew calendar, that was used in the Bible, and that Jesus Christ utilized, since he was Jewish, a Jewish rabbi, and what is still used, it's a lunisolar calendar. So they have the lunar, but they also still pay very close attention to the lunar months and the lunar, like the beginning, when there's a full moon, when there's a new moon, and all the various attributes, and starting with the new moon. So it's very important, and that's where a lot of secrets are kept, is in the lunar. A lot of spiritual secrets are in the lunar mysteries. Okay. Now, Metal Rat year is formed from the attributes of being the seventh heavenly stem of Yang metal, gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities, and the first earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. And in many ways, this is very much similar to Kabbalah, and to Christian Jewish Kabbalah, because you're taking like an attribute. Even tarot talks about that. You take an attribute like the fire signs in Western astrology, and then you have fire of fire, and air of fire, and water of fire, and that's reflected in the tarot cards in Western astrology. So you see these celestial stems and branches are very similar. It's very, very similar. So it's also important to note that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. The 10 qualities are comprised of characteristics of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with with this current year of the metal rat being a yang metal rat year. Yang metal rat. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. Now, the primary guardian angels, we're going to go into a little bit here, some guardian angels you can use during this year if you're familiar with some of the more familiar guardian angels. We'd like to give you some which will be helpful during year of the yang metal rat, and because of the associations that are, we're going to show you how, if we're utilizing Sagittarius and yang and also metal, how this will kind of give you the right guardian angels to utilize to make this a very auspicious and prosperous and lucky year for you. Now, primary guardian angels, again, for year of the yang metal rat. Okay, elemental archangel of metal is a bit tricky since Western elements do not include the elements of metal and wood. Okay, so Western does not have wood and metal. Okay, so also Chinese elements themselves do not include the element of air. So you have 5 in Chinese and 4 in the Western system. Therefore, we shall divulge the closest approximations available using the element of yang and the Western zodiac sign of Sagittarius to help us find the best representations of these guardian archangels for you. Now, yang corresponds with fire and does as does the sign of Sagittarius the archer. So yang and Sagittarius both correspond with fire. And again, Sagittarius corresponds to the rat, okay, in Chinese astrology. Therefore, archangel of the element of fire, being the elemental archangel Michael or Michael. Okay, we're all, most of us anyway, are familiar with the archangel Michael or Michael. Michael will represent and present as guardian angel during this astrological transit. Now again, year of the rat in Chinese astrology corresponds with zodiac sign of Sagittarius in Western astrology and consequently associates with elemental archangel of fire signs referred to in various Christian and ancient Christian and also Hebrew traditions, as well as in scriptures as being, again, Michael or Michael, astrology angel of this seasonal aspect of Creator's great clock. I'm talking about the Sagittarius, that association. Now, we are taught through oral tradition and Kabbalistic writings that astrology archangel or zodiac angel Adnachiel is our association, Adnachiel, for this portion of Creator's cosmological progression expressed in extra-biblical Christian Jewish writings. Zohar is what we recommend as a primary source of written Kabbalistic knowledge. These angels and archangels present in their masculine forms due to yang elemental association of yang in metal rat year. Yang metal rat, yang is masculine, yin is feminine, so since it's yang metal rat year, it is going to be a more masculine presentation of these archangels. Now the secondary guardian angels for yang metal rat year, planetary archangels which associate with Sagittarius, being Western astrology correspondence for year of the rat, again Sagittarius, year of the rat, okay, is the angelic ruler of Jupiter, being Sachiel. Awareness of both Western or Eastern astrology associations is very helpful in this matter. Now, earth and celestial angelic coordinates for yang metal rat year. Okay, we're going to go over the earth, the grounded earth angelic coordinates, and the celestial, heavenly celestial angelic coordinates, because even though we're using Michael for fire and all of that, and Raphael and Uriel, okay, and Gabriel, we're using these traditional guardian angels, these 4 guardian archangels of the Watchtower. We are utilizing them, but keep in mind that their positions, where they're placed, is different on the earth coordinates than in the celestial coordinates, okay? It's a different because we're going with elements of the earth and then where the constellations are. So they have different positions where they are located. And we're going to go over that for you to make it easy, but we'll make it easy for you. So again, these are going to be both earth and celestial angelic coordinates. Now for earth coordinates, earth first, of elemental guardian, elemental archangel of earth is the Archangel Uriel. The Archangel Uriel. Now in the east, the elemental archangel of air is Raphael. Raphael, again, these are for the earth coordinates, but this is in the east, elemental archangel of air, Raphael. In earth coordinates, in the south, we're going to have, in the south, for the earth coordinates, in the south, elemental archangel of fire, Michael or Michael. Okay, now in the west, we're going to have elemental archangel of water, Gabriel, for the earth coordinates. The earth coordinates in the west, elemental archangel of water, Gabriel. Gabriel. Now we're going to look at the celestial coordinates of elemental guardian angels. All right, these guardian angels, these elemental angels, archangels of the watchtowers. Now, the celestial coordinates are as follows. In the north, when you're talking about the celestial, in the north, okay, the north elemental archangel of water is Gabriel. Gabriel in the north, elemental archangel of water in the celestial coordinates. Now the east elemental archangel is Michael of fire. So in the celestial coordinates, the east is elemental archangel of fire, Michael or Michael. Okay? Okay. Now the celestial coordinates for the south, celestial coordinates, elemental archangel of earth, Uriel is in the south. In the south, in the celestial coordinates, all right? And in the west, finally, for the celestial coordinates, the elemental archangel of air in the west, in the celestial coordinates, the archangel of air, Raphael. Raphael. All right, so these again are the angels that many people in many cultures are very much familiar with. They're very familiar guardian archangels and elemental archangels of the watchtowers in both the earth and the heavens. Now, fortunate compass directions in year of the Yang metal rat finds good fortune, new opportunity, and prosperity in the northeast, the southeast, and west directions. Now we're going to go over Yang. Yang is masculine. Yang is day. Yang is hot. It's fire. It is dry. It is summer. It is the outer portion. It is energetic. It is expanding. It is hard, like the metal, Yang metal rat, and it is dorsal, the back part. It is dorsal, and it is outer, exterior. Okay? Now for the metal attributions, we have ambition, self-reliant, willful, strong, and very self-assured. But also with metal, you're going to have the element is going to also have dry and grief and pungent and be associated with the nose, with willpower and resolve strong as metal. General rat associations, Yang. This is for the general rat association, for the animal of rat in the Chinese Zodiac. General rat associations, again, rat is considered also to be Yang. Rat is winter, though. Winter. Also, rat is also water. Sagittarius again, and lily of the valley is the flower that's associated, and it's the 11th month on the Chinese lunar calendar. Okay, there are five elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. That's fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. So this is a circle. And this is how nature keeps things in balance. And this is how Chinese medicine works, of keeping everything in balance, where you're not necessarily, in an ancient Chinese medicine, which I studied in nursing school when I was studying to be an RN. I had a wonderful teacher from China who taught us some of that, and she had mentioned that they don't, in the ancient system, they didn't give you a diagnosis that was, this is what you have and this is what's going to happen to you, where the observer is saying what's going to happen to you and changing it with their consciousness. No, they give you, this is what's going on, and this is a little bit out of balance, and this is a little bit out of balance, and you a little bit too much dry, a little bit not enough moist, a little bit too much yin, not enough yang, or whatever, these kinds of things, and then treat those individual things, and then you will begin to get better if you adhere to doing these types of things. And they got their they weren't paid the way the medical profession is paid today. They were paid with, if the people could work and build houses and tend to their animals and grow their food, then everybody was healthy, and then the doctor of the village could be fed if they were all healthy. So what did the doctor do? The doctor kept them healthy, right? So in a system where the more sick you are, the more money they make, not so good. But in a system where the more healthy you are, the more productive the doctor's life is, because he's cared for, because he cares for them, they care for him or her. It's probably, as far as I can tell, probably a better system. And I have been treated by Chinese medicine and had wonderful results with acupuncture and that kind of thing. But I digress. Just as a patient, that was my experience to help, some muscle aches, really was helpful for me. Now, so this is a circle of life. As we come full circle, we attempt to balance these 5 elements. Now, for fire, we have the attributes of joy, heat, bitter, and it's the tongue. For earth, we have worry, and it's damp, sweet, and mouth. For metal, we have grief, dry, pungent, and nose. For water, we have fear, cold, salty, the ears. For wood, we have anger, wind, sour, and the eyes. Now, to calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice. Now, disclaimers in order here. High magic should be used with all mindfulness, since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Information found in this document is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and join us again.